Hey, what's up, everybody? We're going 5 for 5. Yeah. I'm almost certain I haven't done 5 consecutive days worth of videos before. But yeah, I don't know. I just figure I keep up the streak. Actually, I'm in a pretty good mood. Today's been a pretty good day, all things considered. Don't know. I'm like struggling like to think of like interesting titles, so I'm just putting random titles. I was thinking about this earlier today, so I'm probably gonna name this video this is silly. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but like brown adipose tissue. I was thinking about that because I don't know if that plays into it or if it's just kind of a mental thing or what, or you know, I'm sure there's a lot of factors that play into it, but my cold resistance, and sometimes I like to think of it in like video game terms, like I have like plus 100 to cold resistance. It's not even funny. And the reason why I bring that up or think about that is because it's like the bus driver, usually at least once a week, someone comments about how it's like, aren't you cold? Because I like going to the gym, you know, if I'm going out like and it's going to be extended, you know, I might wear a sweatshirt. Typically I'll bring a sweatshirt just in case, but like to the gym, like I'll bring a sweatshirt. I don't wear it, but just in case. But anyways, like when I go to the gym, you know, when I walk down to the bus stop and wait at the bus stop and then get on the bus and then get off and walk to the gym, I'm just in like a tank top similar to this and shorts, basketball shorts, and then that's it. And it's like not super cold here, but like today I think it was like 45 degrees, probably a little colder maybe than that. But I mean, it could be like as cold as like 32, 35 degrees and I'll be pretty good. And like maybe like a t-shirt, not a tank top, t-shirts, but t-shirt and shorts. And like I said, if sometimes I get a little chilly, I'll put on a sweatshirt. But I like refuse to wear pants. I hate wearing pants so much. I can't recall the last time I put on a pair of pants. I was gonna say for work, but I think one of the times I went to court before COVID struck, I wore slacks to try to look nice. I mean, afterwards I stopped giving a fuck. You know, when I went to mental health court, it was just in like casual wear, like shorts and a shirt. You know, I wasn't trying to like look nice because at that point it was just like, you know, my appearance didn't play into like, you know, so much into what might have happened. Whereas, you know, when you're first being arraigned or you first have your court date, you know, maybe that might like change. I doubt it, but you know, maybe they're like, oh, well, this looks like a upstanding, well-dressed gentleman, like reckless driving, resisting arrest, and malicious mischief. Oh, there's no way. Yeah, so anyways, again, tangent, but anyone that watches me somewhat regularly, you know, hopefully you come to expect that. Yeah, so like the bus driver commented and just like, aren't you cold? And it's like, no, not really. I just think it's hilarious. And it's like, it's not super cold. For me, I really don't feel like it's that cold. It's like, it'd be another thing if it was like, you know, 10, 20 degrees, maybe like 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it's like, okay, that would be like kind of crazy. But it's like, but yeah, I wonder how many people like, you know, like when I'm waiting for the bus or driving by or waiting on an intersection or something, are just like, what's wrong with that guy? Like, is he on drugs? No, actually I'm not. They're quite the opposite. Yeah, anyways. So I think it's cool though, because so there's a different kind of fat. Well, there's a few different kinds of fats in your body. I think the 3 main types are like a white adipose tissue, which is like what is classic adipose tissue. You know, there's just like a cell with like just a big liposome. I think that's the right organelle or right terminology. Big fat storage. And then there's beige, which has some mitochondria in it, but not like a whole bunch, so it's like a little different color. And then there's brown adipose tissue, which has more than white adipose tissue, the amount of mitochondria. And for those that aren't familiar, mitochondria is like the powerhouse of the cell. So what it's responsible for is the breakdown of carbohydrates, and I believe fats too. I'm not quite sure where exactly those get metabolized, but essentially it takes like a derivative, like what, pyruvate, which then gets turned into acetyl-CoA, and then you got the electron, the tricyclic acid cycle, or Krebs cycle, and then it goes through the electron train transport, you know, with the gradient, electron gradient with the mitochondria, and that's what produces the energy. Anyways, so the whole point is because those, the BAT, the brown adipose tissue cells, have more mitochondria, it can more quickly metabolize fat, and do it in a way where it doesn't produce so much energy, but it produces heat, which is super cool. I think that's super awesome. All humans have it, like some degree of it, and I think it's like normally like in the thinner areas, like scapula and stuff like that. Don't take this as don't cite me, please. I can't guarantee this information is accurate. I'm just going off of what I believe I read. And I don't know if that's even true, and I don't know if my memory is serving me correctly, so please don't quote me on that. But I think that's so cool, though. It's just like amazing that the body like can sense colder temperatures and then like be like, hey, we need to produce heat. And it's like, obviously, you know, you can shiver or you can like move around and like produce heat with, you know, thermogenesis through activity or exercise. I think as a exercise-induced thermogenesis or something like that. And then there's non-exercise induced thermogenesis, which is kind of with the process of the brown adipose tissue. So I don't know, I think that's so cool. So I think for me, because I've just grown accustomed to exposing myself to more cooler temperatures, and I don't know, this is like total bro science at this point, but I wouldn't be surprised if I have a higher percentage of brown adipose tissue than others might. Well, other people that might not be as exposed to the cold. I also do cold, not quite cold showers, because if I do cold showers the whole way through, I don't get clean. I need like warmer water to, you know, clean, but I'll do a cold rinse. So I expose myself to cold in kind of a few different ways. And yeah, I don't know, I think that's interesting. I think that's part of why I'm pretty resilient to cold, because I can just produce so much heat. Which is also cool because it allows me to, I feel like, more quickly modulate my body composition. So, you know, if I'm like eating a decent diet like I have been and exercising and continuing to expose myself to cold, then, you know, I feel like I can lean out a little bit faster than someone else might that, you know, might not have that tissue or especially, you know, typically expose themselves to the cold and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought that's interesting. So I just figured I'd title that as the video. But, yeah, today's been a really great day. I was super restless last night. Really, really restless. I fucking hate having restless leg syndrome. That's another thing with the kratom. Like, one of the symptoms that I experienced the most was restlessness, and especially restless leg syndrome. It's so fucking horrible. I hate it so much. It's like you're so tired and it's just like, I just want to sleep, but you just cannot get comfortable. So I just spent a lot of the last night just kicking and thrashing around, which sucks. And then as a result, I assume as a result, because I didn't end up going to bed until later than usual, as you know, from the restlessness, I ended up waking up pretty late today at like 10:30. Normally I like to wake up around like 8:39 so I can eat breakfast and go to the gym. It's especially important to do that on today, Sunday, because the bus runs every hour instead of every half hour. So if I miss the time between I can like wake up and like be hungry, eat breakfast, and have an hour and a half before the bus comes for me to digest and well, this isn't my pre-workout, this is my intro, but let's just say pre-workout, drink my pre-workout and then go to the bus. If I just barely miss that, it's not as big of a deal on most days because it's like, okay, well then, you know, I only have to like, you know, there's 30-minute increments I can like adjust versus like Sunday where it's only hour increments. So it's like if you miss it, you're kind of fucked for an hour. So anyways, I ended up going later to the gym, but I had a really good workout today, and yeah, really good pump, like just really hitting like some good PRs. Not even like PRs per se, but just performance wise, just like, yeah, like I feel like pretty good. And it's actually pretty funny too. One of the cute girls that works at the Planet Fitness today, I don't know if I'm using this term correctly, I don't know. You know, it sounds a little silly, but because I think the term's funny, but I think she was risen me up. You guys will have to comment if I'm using that correctly. But she was at when I was leaving the gym, and she was like walking. She's like, "Oh, how was your workout? Like, you know, was it a good workout today?" And you know, I told her yes, and she's like, "Yeah, it looks like it. You know, you look like you've been putting on muscle." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't do this," but you know, it's just like, "Oh, thanks." And she's commented on my nails before, which I do plan on painting sometime soon. I'm just still waiting for them to heal. Like, they're still a little chipped. I want them to fully grow out and heal before I do, but so yeah, I don't know, maybe I should ask her out or something like that, or ask for her phone number. You know, maybe she's being friendly, I don't know. I don't really care that much, but you know, it would be kind of nice. But that's neither here nor there. But I just thought that was funny though. Like, it's cool that you know, despite being like more tired today, and like I didn't want to go to the gym, I did, and like, you know, it's been paying off, and it's like, it's cool to get external validation or confirmation. It's like, oh yeah, okay, you know, the result, like the work I'm putting in is already paying off, you know. So just motivates me to continue to, you know, focus on myself and my self-care and improving myself. And then what's funny too is like the video I made 4 days ago, the first of the 5 in a row, has already over 200 views. I don't know why. Like, it's like it's untitled. I don't feel like I talked about anything like it's super interesting or important. I guess, you know, maybe it's a few interesting points about thinking about what could have been, but yeah, I don't know, I just think that's pretty funny, which is cool though. It's like, you know, and I've already gotten like 3 subscribers in the past like 3 days, so that's super cool too. You know, if you guys like this, you know, I really don't like to bring it up, but I guess I'm not like begging. You know, it's like, if you genuinely like or find this content somewhat interesting, please like it, you know, hit the like button. As they say, smash that like button, because it seems to help with the algorithm in terms of getting views. And you know, if I can build up like a bigger viewership or subscriber base, you know, like, I'm not saying this like, oh, subscribe or like, you know, or I won't make content, but you know, it does motivate me to make content and better content. But regardless, like I said in a video last night or the night before, I do intend on going back and redoing, I'll leave my original videos up, but I probably will like remake a videos talking about my nitrous oxide experience with, you know, the extent of the addiction and the extent of like the psychosis and mania and everything that happened to like as a result, like losing my nursing job and, you know, being arrested on Christmas and, you know, tased and getting my ribs fucking broken. Not to like sound as a victim, like I was not the victim there. I'm glad no one else was injured, because, you know, there's other people that could have been seriously injured or killed as a result of my actions that day. So don't get me wrong. But you know, I was injured that day. I was the one injured. But you know, it's not like I shouldn't say it was deserved, but yeah, I don't consider myself a victim. I just like to bring it up because it's like a good turning point, because it's like, you know, this Christmas, that just passed, you know, 4 days or 4 years after the fact of that Christmas. It's like, yeah, you know, I didn't do much or spend time with like any family or anything, but at least I wasn't being tased and like, you know, dogpiled and arrested. So it's like, I like to just like bring those things up as just a reminder of just like how bad, you know, things were. And, you know, kind of, because sometimes it's easy to forget how far you've come when it doesn't feel like there's been a lot of change. But just because there's not like a lot of positive change per se, you know, doesn't mean there's not a lot of like less negative stuff, if that makes sense. Anyways, so yeah, talking about redo my videos, talking about all that sort of stuff, and then especially the nerve damage and whatnot in my recovery, because I do still get questions on that, and I would like to make a comprehensive video. So yeah, as far as the rest of today goes, I'm gonna drink my protein shake. I should probably go, I think I'm gonna go down to Safeway and get some groceries. I would like to get some more kombucha and some Power Crunch bars that are on sale. I mean, Safeway has like a $5 off a $30 purchase digital coupon, and I have 4 accounts at Safeway, which you're not supposed to, but so if I just buy $30 worth of stuff, I get $30 of groceries for 25 bucks times 4 if I so choose to. So but they have a $10 off a $50 purchase coming up this Tuesday. Anyways, I'm rambling now, and I'm just thinking to myself, so I'm gonna end the video here because it's not, that doesn't do you guys any good. So good day today, and just like, it's just nice to yeah, like I said, you know, I don't need the validation, but it is nice to get confirmation and be like, yeah, you know, it's like, wow, things are paying off. And it's like, I appreciate you guys, people that have commented on some of my videos I made the past few days. Even just saying like, you know, it's like, oh, it's nice to see someone doing well, you know, after dealing with addiction. You know, it's just nice. It's nice to like be like, cool, you know, like my life, I am, you know, doing something worthwhile. And it's like, even if it's not like on the big, you know, scale of things, it's like, if I can, you know, affect a few people and help a few people, you know, on a daily or weekly basis, like that's fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm not committing to making daily videos, but I think I'm gonna try to. Let's see how long we can keep this streak going. Be kind of nice that way you guys can see like a day-by-day breakdown between like me doing well and then me maybe not doing so well in the future, or maybe me doing even better, you know, like it can go both ways, but either way you guys can see. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you like it, please like, subscribe, comment. I love your guys' comments. And then I'll see you guys next time, okay?